What's going on? I hope you guys are excited after that premiere. I am very excited. I was very interested in the way that the footage was put together. As you noticed, I wasn't on the first episode. There were two separate groups, and those groups were, day one and day one alpha. So as you tune in, let me know where you're watching from. And if you haven't had a chance, go up to the top there and click on that link so that when you comment, I can see who you are. Elizabeth, how are you? Hey, Patricia. So if you guys can't see, because it depends, I'm broadcasting in 6 different locations, but Patricia Lackey is on here from the show. She was featured today. And she did amazing. So as people are kind of tuning in, I just want to answer some questions and kind of give you some background to the show. And as you kind of heard from Ray and Jess, that they were really looking for coachability. I have a lot of military people on my page, and, that probably didn't rattle you guys at all. But there probably were some of you that were like, wow, they were kind of rough. And, I want to say this, as you guys are watching the show unfold, I believe after being there for a week and watching everything, that Ray and Jessica truly love each and every person that was on that show. I believe that Mary Kate did. And whenever you see them really kind of grilling into somebody, they are not doing that from a place of drama or TV. They are really doing that from a place of genuine concern and genuine interest in the success of that person. And I really, truly believe that. And it's important that you guys process what happens on that show, I think, from that lens. You don't get the advantage of having spent that week with them, but all the contestants do. And I'm in a private group with the other contestants, and they all feel that way. Nobody that I've talked to feels like they were picking on them. So they were hard, but they needed to be. And who knows? We'll see next week how they are with me. So what kind of questions do you have? Talk to me. Let me know what you thought about the show. If you had questions, if you've gotten a chance to watch any of the interviews that I did with the contestants or Ray, I have one more surprise up my sleeve that will be coming next week before the season 2, episode 2 comes out. But, I had a lot of fun interviewing some of the contestants from day one. I never got to meet because they were done before my group even showed up, as you saw in the show tonight. But through the interviews, man, I have really got to meet and appreciate what everybody has gone through and what this show has meant to each one of them individually. So it's been pretty interesting. No questions from season 2, episode 1, huh? I got a text question. I'll give you guys a second. The position to actually win. Okay. So, I don't know how this is going to play out as they air the show, because what was said on the show was pre-COVID, okay? But there were really 2 things that were taking place. The job was to work with the Higdon Group, which is a training company, coaching company, and some of the best training I've really seen. And they are looking to fill a position inside their company. and they kind of tailor that position based on the strengths of the winner. Okay. Now, they mentioned in this episode that there's also the potential for a speaking opportunity, as you saw with Ryan, who I got to spend some time with, I think is a quality guy. And I'm not sure how all that's going to play out because, as you know, we filmed back in February. And then as soon as we got out of filming, COVID happened like 2 weeks later. As a matter of fact, a lot of the COVID stuff had started to gain momentum while we were on set filming. We got out of there, I think it was like February 28th or 29th. And then, by March 15th, things had started shutting down. So the speaking thing for the entire country, Matt the Higdon Group, has really been put on hiatus. So I'm not sure how all that's going to play out down the road. Yeah. So don't feel bad for Ryan. He's a great guy, and he took that like a champ. He and I have talked multiple times since the show. His buddies razzed him enough for a picture that we have of him from the show. So luckily that didn't get shown tonight. So, what else? What other kind of questions do you have? Yeah, so the COVID thing happened, and I mean, it did. It went literally hell in a handbasket, like within 2 weeks of us returning from the filming of the show. Patricia, thanks for hopping on. Let's see who else we got on here. Seferino, what's up, brother? I'm not going to take up a ton of time. Oh, you're only 40 minutes in. Okay. Yeah, they got a little more to go. I make a cameo at the end in preparation for the release of next week. The way I explained it in a lot of the lives that I did was they had day one and then what we call day one alpha. Because day one alpha was the second group. There was 25 contestants total, or 26, whatever it was, 25 or 26. And so there were, roughly 12 on each day. I think ours was 13. I have to go back and look at the photos and double check. So, our day, I won't tell you. Our day one is definitely to watch. So there are definitely, as you see at the end, and there is an international vibe. So we had 3 Canadians, 2 Canadians and 1 Scotch Canadian. And then we had Paul from the UK. And the Higdon Group is international, so it made sense for them to do that. So, but there were some, as you saw at the end of episode 1, there was some butt chewing going on. So we'll see what all that looks like when they roll this out next week. What other kind of questions? Hit me up. Don't let Elizabeth be the only one who asks. All right. So if there's not any other questions, I'm not going to stay on here all night because, halftime's almost over. The last thing I'll say is that as you guys dig in to the show, this show was really about character development, coachability, and a desire to win. Hence the name of the show, Play to Win. And when you watch the show, keep that in mind. Every one of these contestants had the gall, the courage. All you want to know is if I win. So I'm under an NDA. I cannot tell you or hint or remotely suggest who won. You'll have to watch and see. So like, that's been one of the hardest things to do on the interviews is guiding people through questions without giving away too much information in the promotion of the show. So, but each of the contestants, so you got to understand we were filming 12 or 15 hours a day, and there was a lot of stuff that was taking place inside the show where people were being hit with questions that were taking them to very raw places. And that was done very intentionally. Okay. And then they would have to come out of that, whatever that was. And then they would have to really kind of try to recollect themselves and get ready for the next challenge. Right. And there was even some shared trauma, right? So people connecting with each other based on everything that took place. And, every single one of them stepped up to the plate and put themselves at the mercy of the film crew, right? Because we didn't know how they were going to cut this stuff. And as you guys are watching it, just kind of put yourself in their shoes and see how you would fare in your mind. Don't be an armchair quarterback, because you'll see as the season wears on that, for a lot of people, there were some really significant strides made even on the show. And yeah, Elizabeth, some real heart-wrenching stories. Mama Church is on here, who I absolutely adore. Your story is so powerful. You make me want to cry. Love you. Love what you've accomplished and even what you did today. So, guys, like I'm telling you, these contestants, they got put through it. And it does, Patricia. It gets really raw in some places. And you guys had to accomplish and overcome so much just in your lives and then on the show and being put on the spot. I don't think that everybody's prepared to do that. And on that show, they forced all of us to dig deep, and you were given seconds. And then, they are filming us for 12 to 15 hours a day. We'd leave usually around 9 in the morning. We were filming or on set by 9:30ish. I think, wasn't it 9? I can't remember, man. I've got some blocks of my memory that are gone. Man, why is my internet doing this? Hold on. I'm going to fix that while we're talking. So, on top of those situations being very, very raw and real, they were very long days. So oftentimes the competitors would literally go from one thing to the next with no time to really process. Sorry, I'm hardwiring. I forgot to hardwire in. And I mean, man, guys, I'm telling you, it was rough. There were some rough days in there. So, all right, next question. Maybe I won't hardwire in. Oh, there it is. Yeah, super long day. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm hardwired in. Hopefully it doesn't turn me off. Okay, that did not work. Sorry, I'll have to do it later. Yeah, definitely long days, and to have a camera in your face. For a lot of people, they call it. Mary Kate has called it the amnesia, the reality show amnesia, or whatever she called it. And I don't remember. I don't remember Jessica talking about me being a professional MMA fighter coming to the show. So I forgot that. Sorry about the blank out. I thought I did it right, but apparently I didn't. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Okay. I'll have to fix that tomorrow. Yep. So anyway, what's next? All right, cool. I'll give you just a second because I'm on a slight lag. And if there's no other questions, I'm not going to take up much of your time. If you have a question after I'm done filming, you guys can just pop them in, or done doing the live, whatever it's called. Just pop them in, and then I can answer them as we went on, except for questions about who won, because I can't do that. Yeah, so it's going to be every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, all the way till October 8th. And I'm going to drop a link. Let me go grab this link real quick. I'll drop it in the comments. But to see the finale, you actually need to come to Rank Makers Live. I don't think they're broadcasting that one. Patricia or Mama Church, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that you can actually view that one outside of Rank Makers Live, their training event. So somebody help me with that. I'm not really sure, and I'm gonna. But if you want to see Rank Makers Live and the finale, I'm going to post that comment right here. Maybe my phone would work. All right, let's try it now. My computer is moving slow. Yeah, not very many people can say they do a show. That's for sure. But we did. Thank you, Rebecca. All right, this is the last time I'm going to try this. If it doesn't work, I'll pop it in after I'm done. Man, why is this thing not working? Okay, cool. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have questions, just pop them in. I'm going to go ahead and end. Football's back on. We'll see you guys next week.